shoot me.
I will shoot you.
Alright, let's get this live stream started, guys. What's going on? How's it going today? So we finally have another highlight series, but apparently I was hoping for two, at least two, and apparently it's only one team per day, and I think that's how they're doing it, because I looked everywhere and try to look up and see what's it called. I'm not reading those comments. I don't want to see those comments. Anyways, looked everywhere, and I think this is the only matchup, so.
If that's going to be enough for their early game here, because Weibo, they lock it in again. Another range champion for Crisp in the bottom lane. That is now 6 in a row range champion.
It was exactly the play we saw in their first game.
All right, answer back from Contracts on the opposite side. Dokla trying to build his rage at the moment.
Yep, needs to stack that up. Wants to be able to have an empowered spell here for this. Hits level 4. Golden Meek already used here. Contracts coming around now with a harrowed path. Flash, stun, follow-up coming in from Contracts. The Shy trying to get back. He goes unstoppable. They wanted to save a little bit of extra damage. They don't quite have it. Contracts back underneath the tier 1 turret. It will be a 1-for-1 trade. First blood over to Energy.
But they don't know Xiaohu's lines here still.
Yeah, Xiaohu coming around from the side. Prop Blossom! He goes for the flash and he finds the engage. Now they're going to finally take out Contracts as Xiaohu set the trap, but he gets the payoff. But can Weiwei get away? The level 5 Rel still trying to escape, and he's reinforced in time. A shockwave coming out from Palafox, and Xiaohu's going to be caught on the back half of the fight. Weiwei's still sticking around as Palafox gets the second.
Yeah, Weibo will be able to get the dragon, although Energy are in position. Weiwei's even, our Contracts, sorry, has even come back out, so Weiwei will be able to get it, but
Shy back.
They have the information, but they don't have the numbers. Weiwei goes over the wall. He wants to try to contest it instead.
Okay, I'll just pause it. And turn it down.
It's going to be secured, and now Weiwei's stuck in the pit. He has to crash down over the wall to escape, but Dokla's ready to follow him. May have been a bit of an error here from the top side of Energy, but the dominance from Dokla's ready to keep the fight going. Palafox goes in, and Weiwei's trying to go out. Dokla's on pursuit. Palafox won't grab the kill just yet, but Palafox is finally going to get it now. Dokla over the wall. The Shy in the ground.
The question is, what is the counterplay here from Weibo? Weiwei tried to sneak in, but FBI got there early. Sam
was to try and propel him to stardom, especially if he can get this dive off on bot side. But look at the collapse from NRG.
They're coming down, but remember, the plates have already fallen, and the turret's at about 0 HP. Weibo's just going to commit long enough.
He tries to Q smite, and he's really close on the calculations, but 11 HP off. Contracts is able to get it. Weibo still get mid tower, though.
Yeah, having that Rift Heart now to break up a mid lane turret is going to make it way easier for NRG to try and play for that pick style we were talking about.
And then rotate down to the dragon that's about to spawn now. Nice chain of events here for NRG, trying to use the momentum.
Turrets maybe on the top side, they'll definitely get one. You can see the reset starting to come through from NRG to try and answer this. But as you just said, Flowers, this is kind of Weibo going right. We don't care about a second Chem Dragon going over. We want to set up that vision for the Baron that's going to come up and see if we can try and play for that 5v5 in these choke points around the Baron area.
Yeah, Weibo doing a good job here, just brute forcing this tier 2 turret. They got a 4-man play in the top side. Dokla's already at half HP. FBI and Ignar ready to back him up now, while Palafox split pushes on the bottom side of the map, taking out the tier 1. Weibo really want this tier 2 turret, but it's a 4v4 now. Dokla at half HP means Energy's making the call to back off. They don't want to throw the game for this, so Weibo
is to do so as well.
It might be the most important one on the opponent team as Ignar wants to follow up on him, but Ignar doesn't have a flash either.
This top catch could be in a whole lot of trouble. They're going to burst him down. Big Stand only keeps him alive for an extra second. Xiaohu's into the back. They stun up Palafox. He tries to get some damage back, but it ain't going to work. The Shy goes all out, and Palafox is his next target. FBI and Dokla's trying to get away, but it's
around the front. Weibo.
This is the turning point. Weibo found their moment, Energy are going to need a big play to try to triumph here. Dokla's here on the front line, popping the dominance. Needs to try to stop these guys a little bit better. Contracts wanting to go in, but Baron's still at 3K. Dokla falling back, stunned from FBI, back on the Weiwei. Xiaohu is low, but Dokla's lower. Contracts still in a position here in the bot side of the river. Weibo will not get the Baron in 3v5. Energy, fight him off.
FBI needs to be careful though. As long as you can keep them pushed back, you can go for the Baron yourself. Energy, they're TPing in. They might have just found the Baron themselves.
They're gonna go for it. DPS check right now.
Let's see if they can burn it down in time. Weibo, they still have full health on light, but it's the Shy and Weiwei who don't have a lot to work with. Energy burning the Baron low. Weibo backs off. Energy are going to find themselves a Baron. Weiwei having to fully disengage as Dokla goes up to dare Energy to come and answer. Weibo know that they have the better engaged tools, the better mechanisms. The Drake is already taken, tied up.
Try and play that kite back team fight.
I think it's also Energy not actually establishing sidewaves as much as they'd like to for that Dragon. No push on top, only having Dokla being able to push bottom.
They're going to continue marching forward here. Nico Stun's not going to hit anybody. DPS still on the Baron, but very slowly. 6,000 HP left on the objective. Energy still approaching. Dokla coming over now. The Shy looking to approach from behind. Weibo, we're going in for the engage. They want the collapse. Weiwei's going to find one target, but it's only Contracts. Pop Blossom hits nobody. Contracts in the stasis, keeping himself alive as the Shy is now isolated from everybody else, but it's Dokla singing the same song. FBI fires off the ulti as the Croc tries to run, but the Shy's on the hunt. Dokla's low, and he flashes away from the third hit of the Intofo strikes. Ignore looking to come back in as Palafox guns the Shy down. Contracts again looking to play the edges, skirt the absolute limits of the fight. FBI throws out another stun, but the fight is settled. Only the Shy dies.
That is exactly what a successful kite back team fight looks. Energy, they scramble and they split so that oh, never mind. We're gonna look for another one.
Ignar throwing out the tongue lash. Xiaohu in danger. Palafox throws out the ball. Weiwei is low. A lot of damage under Xiaohu, but instead it's going to be Ignar killed off. A massive amount of damage coming out from Light. He won't get the snipe, and Xiaohu falls. A one-for-one trade on the back end, but now Palafox may be in danger. Weiwei trying to trade with him as Palafox continues his retreat. The rest of the team coming up to reinforce as Light is still a force to be reckoned with. Weibo maintain control over the top side.
They're
river,
desperate.
And
They're desperate.
Begin the Baron.
Palafox did TP back in with his death cap, so he's going to stick around. FBI going to do the same. They're waiting for Dokla. There's the TP. Time to get Weibo.
Everybody's back in. Crisp is down to 20% HP. The Shy jumps. He goes after FBI, and the Senna has been isolated and brought down. Dokla goes into the pit, but Weibo has the Baron. Dokla wants to clean him up, but he ain't going to find anybody and has to dice.
Not the objective. This game is delivering so well back and forth.
The fact that the Shy
Becoming more and more difficult for Energy to deal with these guys as a TP is summoned up mid lane. That's going to guarantee that Weibo can force down the tier 2 turret.
Light is so massive on this Aphelios with double summoners plus the Melio though to protect him. Weibo, the onslaught, they're inside the base.
They managed to crack the first inhibitor turret. They will not overforce and go after the inhibitor itself, instead rotating down to the bottom lane where the Shy already has the next wave prepped. They're going to break their second inhibitor turret as Light applies the DPS to the mid lane inhib. Now they got to be careful on Energy's side. There's threats in so many places. The Shy's going to get jumped on by two, but the mid lane inhib is still being taken down. First inhib falls, and the Shy is again fearless back in the bottom lane. Contracts goes back into the fountain to heal up and shop, but Weibo can still keep this pressure going. Contracts and the rest of Energy, are they even going to make a stand? Bottom lane inhibitor falls. Baron's still up for another 15 seconds. Weibo are not stopping. Energy have to try to hold this line, and it looks like they may be able to clear out the minions. Contract with the defensive ulti. Dokla loses Sterix. Light's damage is absolutely brutal.
This train is keep on chugging for Weibo, and Light wants to hit them like a truck. Can he get in here?
Contracts taking a lot of DPS. He's got to back away. The
reset coming through for Dokla. They're going to try and TP him back in. Looks like Energy have said, look, we can't really take this fight. Let's just try and take the Dragon so we have something. Baron goes across, and I mean, Weibo, how far do you want to push this?
Well, Weibo are just walking down mid lane, it looks like. Remember, they're the ones who have the empowered recall. It's not Energy's. The Dragon's going to be slain, but Weibo's just running straight down mid. They're summoning up the TP. Palafox and Dokla want to try to stop him. The Shy's reinforcing. The Demolish proc ready to go. First Nexus turret is already almost down. Xiaohu takes it out. Now they go in after Palafox's.
I don't know where you've been sold, but I'd be insane not to play my role.
Weiwei Xiaohu somehow staying alive as Light kills Contract. Energy will fall, and Weibo are the ones to knock them down. All five still alive. The LPL takes game one. Exactly the same. Make it 4 as the Melio is locked in next to the Aphelios, guaranteeing that the Rel is in the jungle once more. The only thing changing for Weibo in this game is the Aatrox into the K'Sante.
I think it is a bit of an interest.
Weibo is just outlaning Energy across the Rift right now. They've got a 600 gold lead with no kills. Now Ignar is going to get rooted up by the Gravitum. Crash down from Weiwei. First blood, and it goes. Objective of the game with this first Drake, 7 minutes in. So that'll be an easy pickup there for Weiwei. A little bit more damage, plus the smite gets it done. Nearly a 2,000 gold.
Energy, they kill the ward, they're still gonna go.
Energy wants to make the 4-man play. They got the Unbreakable Will, and they're ready to start. Weiwei's already here for the counter-attack, but they jump in. The Killer Instinct's gonna find Light, and he's already down. Ignar with a flash away to make sure he doesn't pay one back. Pop Blossom only finds one. Xiaohu's gonna pick up Ignar, but now he might be taken down. The Shy teleports in. World Enders ready to end their world, baby. FBI staying alive only for a moment to kill Xiaohu, but now they're trapped between a rock and a hard place. FBI falls. There's nothing left. Energy are crushed. It's fine.
He immediately Light enters up towards that top side. He wants to try and push in and get a few more of these plates, and that's a lane economy shot to the hearts of LCS fans.
I believe they're still loading.
That disclaimer there with an asterisk.
I'm well adapted to it though, because I've been on it for 12 years.
And the minions take the top. Meanwhile, the Rift Herald summoned up here in the top lane. That's going to guarantee they can take the tier 1 turret. We'll see if they want to try to push it ahead to gain anything else.
Pressure. They would love to try and create some pressure down towards this bottom side, but obviously that's where Weibo have concentrated their efforts.
Yeah, they have to funnel the money here for Energy. Uh-oh.
FBI in some trouble, flashing away from the ulti. He knows how much damage Light is going to do from a long way away. Magnuser, Palafox throwing the ball into the brush. Weiwei having to back away again now. 5,000 HP left for the Baron. Weiwei goes in with a Magnet Storm. Pop Blossom's gonna find one, but nothing else. Killer Instinct into the back line, but FBI's gonna die. Light gets the first kill, and Ignar has to run. Xiaohu stays alive, and Energy are crushed. A double kill back over to Light. The Shy puts a blade through the heart of Contracts, and Palafox and Dokla can do nothing but look on as Weibo will absolutely decimate North America's team.
The combo was separated from NRG, and Weibo pounds immediately onto RNG, and now they turn towards the Baron.
Light did such a good job kiting back with his Gale Force. Now though, Baron, 6,000 HP and dropping.
Game number 1, they had to do a 3v5, now it's a 2v4. Dokla going in, they're trying to find the damage onto Weiwei. Dokla kills him off, and the Baron's not gonna be taken just yet. Dokla's still fighting. The Shy trying to find the Q3, but he ain't gonna grab it. Dokla dashing back out of the way of the Infernal Chains, and once again, Energy outman, defend the Baron.
It's all game 1 again! Are we gonna turn towards the Baron once more? Well, Palafox and Dokla, they look like they're recalling Dokla here. He's got his teleport. They're going to go for it. They're going for the same play.
They're doing it again. Energy going after the Baron. The response from Weibo, what's it going to be? Baron down to 5,000. Weiwei's still dead.
Finish!
TP
Finish!
In. World Ender's still there. Baron dropped. However, the Pop Blossom just found 3. Xiaohu goes in. The massive shockwave nearly kills Light and Crisp. Xiaohu's hanging on. Contract turning it right back around onto Light, but he won't be able to find enough damage. Dokla can't do it either as Energy bodies hit the floor all over.
Shy immediately turns on to take him out.
Exactly. It was the ultimate
Kill, but not quite.
Positioning for Weibo in mid though, they want the K'Sante.
They go in, but the Pathmaker gets him away back underneath the tier 2. Is it going to be enough just yet? Yes, it will. Light is unstoppable. 6,000 gold lead for Weibo, and they're looking for the enemy base. Inhibitor turret under pressure. Weiwei leading the way as he has to crash down backwards, but a big ulti coming in from Light yet again. Ignar and Contracts now having to retreat as the tier 3 turret starts to crumble. Weibo is a machine once they get ahead, and they're not stopping yet. Palafox is run down, and Light is making a highlight reel out of these guys.
Run from it! Hide from it! Love it or hate it! Aphelios has made it to the world stage, and Weibo want to ride those coattails to another victory here against NRG.
All right, they're going to back off those Nexus turrets,
Why didn't they
but look at
fucking
the
ban Aphelios,
destruction. Weibo
That was
had
their
laid
biggest
a
mistake,
was.
is
Please
not
don't.
banning
Okay, fine.
affiliate. I don't
Sorry.
understand that.
Meanwhile, now they're looking for the shy. Pick their way back in.
All right, they're going after the Aatrox, but he's already got the Sterix. He's finding a lot of healing, but it ain't going to be enough. Shut down over to Contracts. Xiaohu makes a TP, but what can they find? Ignar looking to regroup. They got to try to save FBI. He slammed back into the ground, and Xiaohu found him. Now we got a 4v4. Even fight, but it looks like Weibo... Everybody grouped up around mid. North America is very familiar with this situation. The Shy getting jumped on by Contracts here, loses a little bit of HP, but nothing too serious. Jumping right back in, goes for the Q3, but he won't find it. Now with the World Ender, Ignar with a knock up onto 2. They crash down into FBI. He's under pressure. The Shy is still alive. Dokla goes all out with the ball. Wants to find another one. The Shy's still not going to be killed just yet, but FBI finally got him. Ignar giving the other 2 away. Energy going for the team fight. Ignar, the target. He can't be saved. And Light is godlike. It's a 4v4 on the Rift as Weibo have control over the Drake Pit. And Contracts has no way in. Mountain Soul goes over to Weibo.
They don't have any opportunity to get in. Palafox is looking for something sneaky. Has no damage, no.
And I hope the Cal's been doing his cardio. Energy, there's no way they get there in time. The Baron's already at 5K. Weibo's gonna get the Soul. Weibo's gonna get the Baron. Weibo's got everything. Contracts tries to get away with the ball breaker. Tries to stay alive. Dokla's in the middle of everybody. The shockwave Asante. He gets the shockwave placement over for Palafox. A massive Q3, but there's no follow-up. Weibo's in trouble as FBI and Contracts are now fighting the Shy. They take him low, but they can't take him down. The Shy's Aatrox is a raid boss, and he's still fighting. Ignar finally drops him as they come in with a massive counterattack, and the Pop Blossom claims FBI. The follow-up claims Ignar, and Weibo is about to take the game.
Energy got the Shy, but Weibo are coming for the Nexus. They've got Baron, and they can push hard.
They may have got the raid boss, but it's not gonna matter. Weibo still pushing. They go in after the enemy carry. Palafox trying to get away, and he barely survives. Now Contract, he's the sacrificial lamb. Light is legendary, and Dokla and Palafox cannot stop him. Game number 1 was close. Game number 2, absolutely not. Dokla can't do it. He goes all out, but he's only gonna buy a moment. Light is legendary, and Weiwei leads the charge. The Nexus is under pressure as Palafox keeps trying to fight back, but the Ophelios will take Nexus number 2, and Weibo hits match point.
You're pulling off these engages well, but also early for NRG. Caitlyn being able to set up traps, Jace being able to poke you out. The opportunity to even just like take space and control that.
Karma already coming. Ignar heading up.
Crisp also rotating. He's only got 300 HP here on the Heimerdinger. Weiwei throws the sapling over the wall, goes in after Ignar. The follow-up comes out from the grenade. A lot of damage on Ignar, who has to flash away. Weiwei's ready for the follow. First blood over to Crisp. They even secure the blue. They might even find enough damage back in the Contracts now, who has to flash away. Weiwei survives.
Way easier.
You should have been banning all those guys.
He's once again going after his favorite thing. Contracts is chicken camp. Jumping in now with a twisted advance. Xiaohu coming around to help him. Contracts!
What the fuck?
Well, basically this tree has been taking this hobbit all around the map with him, and it's caused major issues. Now there's the Dragon Gun as well. Contracts is only going to be looking at that, and all this pressure that
disgusted
energy
with North
already
America
summoning
right
up the
now.
twisted advance. FBI's gonna get caught out here at the beginning, gets cleansed, trying to get away from it still, flashing to drag Weiwei with them, but it ain't gonna matter. FBI just gets shot to pieces. Light grabs the kill.
The push. Weiwei wants a little bit more. Can
I'm
he
pretty sure NRG
smite fight on this? Contracts doesn't have his fight anymore. And Weiwei gets rooted up.
Yep, Weiwei rooted up. The Ignite comes down as well. Contract still going after him. Gets the Arctic Assault that
Palafox!
time. Flashing after him. Palafox wants in here. They go in to facilitate the E. Palafox grabbing the kill.
just barely getting pipped by this twisted advance. Sets up then for Weibo.
Up, back to live. Palafox in a bad spot. He tries to use the Soul Unbound, but it's not going to get him away from this one.
Trying to see if he can wrap around. He's beat Chris to the punch, but can he get on towards Light to get a kill?
Ooh, Light trying to play
embarrassing,
super
bro.
aggressively. Now he tries to get away as Ignar's going in. A little bit more damage. True shot, barrage
Over
strike.
towards NRG. Palafox having push in mid, going to make
All
things
I
a bit
can do is
easier for them to
laugh,
start
bro.
to move over to the spawn side.
Oh, Ignar player in game number 3. They're up 2,000 gold, 2 Drakes to
bum,
nothing.
dude.
12 PS into it. True shot barrage over the top, going after the
fucking
minions.
kidding me?
Ain't gonna get it done. First turn of the game goes to Weibo. chain they need to guarantee these
My
kills.
Lord.
Even when they find that first part of it, the rest isn't there. Palafox versus the Shy up in the top part of the map. Soul Unbound. Oh no! A rock to the face! Learn your place! The Shy absolutely decimates him there in the 1v1. That wasn't even close. Dokla now losing to Xiao, who in the bottom lane drops the equalizer. It ain't gonna matter. Flashing the auto attacks. Weibo is just better.
That's the Xiao that did so much work for them in the regular season. All right, Weibo really came to play now. The Shy pushing on top turret, Light pushing on mid turret, Energy trying to fight back.
They want to try to find something here, but again, it's just Crisp and Weiwei knowing their limits and backing off once Energy try to make a move.
And this is what we're saying, the second Weibo get control, it is so hard to play into this. Not really in a position to even go for it, because Palafox, he's trying to catch the wave mid.
FBI and the rest of Energy trying to take control over this bot side river and set up for the
It's
Drake.
gone!
Xiaohu's already on a rampage. Palafox is gone. The Twisted Advance is out. Equalizer over the top, but Dokla's going to be the target here. And Xiaohu finally shut down. FBI taking the credit on that one, but he's traded back over to Dokla, who dies to Light. Meanwhile, Ignar makes an escape to the Hex Gates, and now Weiwei and the rest of Weibo have control over this Drake. They have control over the river. They have a 4v3 on the Rift. Contracts, you don't want to go in there, buddy. It's no way out. Soul point over to Weibo.
Never been able to shift that over towards Worlds, and now Dokla may need to shift out of here.
I feel like every single time the camera pans to an isolate.
Possible comeback. Can they get him? Contracts ult.
Palafox goes in. Xiaohu's a big target if they can take him down. He wants to disengage,
They got him.
but the damage on the Soul Unbound is enough to secure the kill. Now what about the counter punch? Energy trying to
The pressure, though, might come back to bite the Shy.
All right, Energy sending 3 men after him. Make it 4 as the TP's coming in. The Shy trying to fight these guys. Just jumps back over the head. Styling on him for now, but can he continue getting away? Twisted Advance over the top. True shot barrage to get it done. The Shy falls first. Equalizer now falling as Contract drops. Xiaohu's got the damage, and Palafox has to retreat. Weiwei leading the charge yet again with a Twisted Advance as Dokla barely stays alive. Weiwei having a flash out. Double kill back over to Xiaohu. Palafox goes in, gets one back of his own. Light still trying to get another kill. There's so many low health bars on Energy. Weibo come out on top. It's a 2-for-2 trade.
But Hex Gates. We've got FBI coming from the base. There's a Hex Gate here. They're going to go for it.
This is it.
Caitlyn traps.
Energy trying to approach on this, but Weibo, they know it's so huge if they get it. The engage is immediately going to find Chris, but now Energy's got to be careful. The dragon's been claimed. The soul belongs to Weibo. The game belongs to Weibo. Everything's about to go to Weibo. Xiaohu's in a killing spree. Two are already dead on Energy's side. Palafox is going to join him. And Weibo are merciless.
No Energy make the pick on the Crisp. And then it's all members forward. They charge them down.
To chip away at the health of FBI, who does not have a lot of sustain. Palafox going over the wall, doesn't find anything with the ulti except a dab. Now they got the Maokai. The Shy's ready for the follow-up. He locks down too. Ignar's dead. Dokla's dead. There's no chance left for Energy as FBI is sniped from downtown. A double kill. Back for Xiaohu. He's ready to silence the doubters, to quiet the haters. Weibo is going to go through those Nexus turrets like butter. Hope is a dangerous thing, and Weibo will crush the hopes of North America, crush the Nexus turrets, and crush this quarterfinal. They earn their place in the
around them the whole time. Did this super team work? Was it ever going to come together at all? Well, they're top 4 at Worlds,
sorry, guys, but
regardless of the path they've taken here, they have.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, again, I cannot.
Oh, dude, that was just brutal. That was just absolutely brutal. Alright, so we're gonna change this title up. We're gonna do an NFL pod. That's just so dumb. I can't believe that. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Jesus, dude, that was just. Oh, that was just. Oh my God, bro. Oh man, dude, that was just absolute shit, bro. Let's watch this.
Matching. The sound you hear if your employer matches your 401k contribution.
Come on! Football!
All right, it's time for another film breakdown here. If you've ever imagined to yourself, what is it like to sit down with two beefy men hopped up on energy drinks and cha, two former NFL offensive linemen, and break down film, you have come to the right place. Phil Mackey, Jeremiah Searles, and Alex Boone. This is the O-line committee. It wasn't the prettiest performance. It was a lot of like 4 yards in a cloud of dust, but the Denver Broncos, pretty impressive victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. I think people kind of wrote the Broncos off. They've dug their way back. Big win over Kansas City. We're going to take a look at the offensive side of the ball for the first few plays, and then the defense short-circuiting Patrick Mahomes kind of at the end of that game with a couple of interesting plays, boys.
I'm not ready to dub the Broncos clawing their way back yet.
No.
Okay.
Like, I think they got lucky. They ran into a sick Patrick Mahomes, a Taylor Swift-less Travis Kelce, and they turned the ball over. How many times was it, Boone? 5?
Yeah, it was a lot.
5 times. 5 times. And I don't care if you were playing, they shouldn't have won that game. And that's for me. If you're turning the ball over that many times, I can't be like, oh, you're back. Oh, yeah, you made it. Woo. Like, they need to start taking care of the football better. They're going to lose a lot more games. But it's the NFL. It's hard to win. It's never going to take anyone away from winning, and so let's take a peek at how they found a way to beat all the Chiefs.
When you look at Russell Wilson's stat line from this game, it's one of those more incredible stats where it's like 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. You're like, wait, what? How is that physically possible? 10
a lot of 4-yard runs in that game. Yes.
You ran the ball 55 times? What? Dude, and you know what's and here? Let's just talk about it. Here's what's crazy to me, okay? You talk about Sean Payton and what he did down in New Orleans, and I can talk about it personally because we played them a ton when I was in Frisco, so we saw them a lot and how they were able to air the ball out and the magical a way that they used to just create space for all their receivers, and now you've had to win a game with 5 turnovers and running the ball 40 times. Like, that to me is where it's like, dude, when are you guys going to show up? And not to say that a win isn't a win, because it is, but still, Russell Wilson's got to be better than this.
And there was sloppiness, too, on the Broncos side. So I'm going to show you some of the, I kind of combed through here, and I'm curious to get your thoughts on some of the positives from the Broncos, and if you guys think there's any sort of glimmer of hope here going forward. By the way, I don't think Russell's contract has even kicked in yet. Doesn't it start next year?
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, they're going to be paying for the sins of their father for a long time. Oh, I love the throwback play. I love this play.
Get the O-lineman involved always.
Yep. You can do this because of left tackle Garrett Bowles, number 72, right? Guy that also, he was getting murdered his first few years in the league, right? And then he came out, what was it, just 2 years ago, had an all-pro year, Pro Bowl type year, right? But this is an aggressive, Spagnuolo defense. You know he gets down inside this low red. You know they're going to be super aggressive, right? So they run a sprint out here, get Russell on the run, get him on the move, and watch all the linebackers just bite hook, line, sinker, and take off with them, right? Because they're thinking 84 is going to come on across, 82 is going to come on across, so they got to sink and get back. So this is just a nice job by everyone selling it really well, right? 23 is going to run right out there with him. The corner bites on 84 coming across the back here. And then this is this great job by selling it by Garrett Bowles and coming out here and latching onto this guy, because this is the last line of defense. And so many times, Boone, how many times have we seen an O-lineman running by, whiffing on this guy? Like, and you're just like, man, and like, these don't have to be kill shots, right? These just need to be, I'm bigger than you, I'm fatter than you, I'm just going to stand in your way.
Dude, Mackie, we talked about it on Purple Daily yesterday, about how hard it is to block an open space. Like, when you get onto these guys, you have to just continue staying engaged. As long as you can get in front of them, you give the running back possibilities. Like, dude, I'm going to stay right here and just continue holding on and running. You make a decision on where you want to go. And it's a great job by Bowles, but I love this whole concept of the Q8 with the screen left. Like, you get Russ on the move, everyone gets running. It's a very typical play to be run down here in the goal line. It's, Q8 over here or sprint right, all these things. Then all of a sudden you just turn back and flick the ball back. But now you see how he got 100 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Right. That's there's one of them right there. So, all right, let's keep rocking here. Second quarter, Broncos up 7-3, midfield driving. Here we go. Russ sees something, changing it up.
5 down, 4 down front.
This feels like a vintage Seahawks Russell Wilson play right here.
Jerry Jeudy came back in a big way in this game too. To be honest, he's had some things to say for Steve Smith.
Yeah, that's a big time catch by Jerry Jeudy. That's a big boy catch. Watch this route too. Same thing. He just runs right by him. He just runs right by everyone. Right? Safety gets caught flat-footed, gets his hips turned, right? We just talked about that in our last film review session.
Yep.
Gets his safety's hips turned. But I want you to watch the left guard here. I want you to watch the left guard
though from 23. Watch compared to the last game.
Right. So this is 5 down front, right? 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. This left guard here, I think that's Powers. I think that's Ben Powers, right?
Yeah.
So watch him here as he sets 51. He gets outside, but he does a fantastic job of coming back in on the nose here, and he's the one that creates this throwing lane for Russell Wilson, right? Boom.
Bang.
Clears him out, which allows Russell to sidestep and then step and throw.
Wow.
Right? That's a hidden block that we talk about all the time as offensive linemen. Like, you have to create lanes for your quarterback to see down the field. Right? And they drop here, which allows Bowles to come back in and give the go call. And you see he's getting pushed here. The center 79 is getting pushed. Boom, clear him out to the side here. Let Russ sidestep, move in the pocket, and deliver one of his moonshot deep throws.
And so how does he know when, dumb question here, how does he know when to stop helping 72? Is it just when 51 gets
verbal.
a certain...
No,
Okay.
Go.
Go. All right, I got it.
So 72 is telling him
go.
right about now,
Here.
go.
Yep.
Yeah, and you see his head snap, and he comes back across, and boom.
Break ribs, baby.
Dude, this is, how many times did you see this type of play in Seattle, right? It
was
all the time.
Just big 30, 40 yards, Lockett, DK Metcalf. This is Russell Wilson right here. Like
Baldwin back in the day.
Sean Payton, too. Big plays.
Yes.
Like, that is his 20-plus. We need to push the ball because now they're in a panic situation. We're down close to the goal line. We've just got a shot, and all of a sudden they're regrouping, and we're ready to go. This is what they used to live off of. Same thing, Jerry Jeudy.
That's a beautiful shot. That's a beautiful
throw. It is.
By
it's
Russell.
A great throw. It's great protection. Jerry Judy's finally showing up. Maybe it does take a little bit of a foot in the ass to get some of these guys going, which is fine because it's great to see. And it looks like Russ is actually coming back to form because that's what he used to look like in Seattle. Kerplunk.
3 signs your itchy dog's gut needs help. Number 1, they lick their paws.
It's a great, overall, the hard part is I watch this and I get excited. And I'm like, right? And I'm like,
there are some fumbles
and I'm like,
in here.
look, Russell, like, I watched it, and then you go back and be like, you look at the box score and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to puke.
Yeah.
Right? But, this has been the best part of the Broncos offense, running the football.
Yes.
Right? Running the football and being physical. And you went out and you paid Mike McGlinchey $76 million on your right side here. You got Quentin Miners there, but this is clinic tape inside zone.
Pause it right
right?
there.
This is clinic tape inside zone of how you want to sew together double teams, push it on the front side, and the thing that we always talk about when we're talking about inside zone is you want your hips to match the back's hips, right? As you're running off the football, right? So I want you to watch everyone's hips as they run off the football and the angle of departure, right there. Right? Look at 69's hips, look at 72's hips. Like, they're all matching 38's hips on the angle of departure because we're always taught that you want the running back to be able to read your name, right, on the back of your jersey, because that means you are pushing vertically and going forward, and that allows him to feel the linebacker flow, right? Both these linebackers flow. Chanel gets a little cute here and peeks over the top. You can see 54 right there behind number 69, Leo Chanel out of Wisconsin. Freaking great linebacker. Wish I would have signed him. Kill me.
Dude, nobody's even blocking the 3 technique. He's
Jason
blocking
agents
the
engagement.
Right, man, but the 3 technique got pushed and displaced so vertically. He's thinking, I have to stay in my gap. He doesn't have time. It's a great job by McGlinchey just coming off and just shielding over him.
Little tug there.
Easy.
Easy.
Little tug.
But great job by 77-69, and then this is a big play by 69, just getting in the way. Hey, don't pause it there. Why'd you do that?
Just
I know
a
what
little
you're doing,
tug.
Mackie. I know what you're doing.
But if you know what, if you're good though, it happens in the blink of an eye at the right
Yeah,
time.
you just gotta let it go. Just real quick, just slight tug. But yeah, that's a clinic tape inside zone block for them.
I do have a couple more here for you in this game, including we're going to get to. We have one more offensive play for the Broncos, and then a crazy sequence at the end where Patrick Mahomes just short-circuited and the Broncos defense flustered him. But now we're back in the deep red here inside the 10-yard line. A little pressure on Russ. Vintage Russ.
There he
Keep
is.
that play alive.
Oh,
I can't tell you how many times I used to see that in Seattle firsthand. Like, God, are you serious? And this is Russ being Russ. He was at one point one of the best at maneuvering around the pocket. You could not touch him. And yet he could still throw it on a rope, on a dime, to anyone. Somehow he had magic vision. This is what has been missing for so long from him. And now it seems like it's slowly starting to come back. But it seems like the receivers have been making a big push too. And the O-line, like, look at this pocket. Like, dude, this is a good pocket. That's a Chiefs defense that's coming after you. You're down on the goal line. Dude, this is things to build on for them.
And Sean Payton understanding, like, we want to keep Russell protected, so we're going to take someone out of the route, and we're going to keep 82 in. I think that's, I can't remember his name, something Troutman. But again, I'm sure the Broncos fans will let me know. They'll keep him in, keep him blocked up. It allows them to get a kind of a quick double team on Chris Jones, right? If you look back right at the beginning of this play, you see Garrett Bowles actually steps in to put his right hand on Chris Jones just to initially stop his charge, right?
Yeah.
Right, just initially, and so that makes Chris Jones realize I can't just rush the B gap as fast as I can. So it's just a different way to change up your protection scheme to just give you an extra little second, right? Just you don't want Chris Jones. You don't want Chris Jones to be able to just tee off on Ben Powers here.
Exactly, and that's what I was just going to say. Is it allows Ben Jones to kind of jump him and still have
Powers.
like, hey, listen, you can jump. Sorry, Ben Powers. You can jump him
Ben Jones.
and not have to worry about the outside because I'll be there with a
Oh,
hand.
yeah, bro, I'm
Like,
live every day.
That
What's
just
going
goes
on,
back to
Simon?
the whole familiarity thing and the communication and how well do you know him. Hey, listen, I know that I have a second here. I can give him a hand while he can jump him, not get him started.
I don't know
One
if
of the
I'll
best
be
pass
live
rushers
tonight.
in the NFL.
I'll be getting home a
Huge
little bit
win.
late. And then
Can we go back and look at who's getting
be up early, so
pancaked over there? We got to give
I'm
a little
leaving for
love to
work
that.
early today, and,
I think this is 91's
gonna
getting
try
his
and get in
belly
there at
flopped on
9:30
here
and
by
get out at,
old
like
Quinn Myers here.
5:30 or 6.
Oh,
so
Quinn Miners.
we'll see.
Let's see here.
Let's look at it. Boom, McGlinchey here. Oh, give me some ribs. Give me some ribs.
Club.
No, it's
Go
not.
down.
Yeah.
Go
Oh,
down.
yes. Yes. Is that Karloftis?
Yeah,
That is
probably.
Karloftis. And then mount him.
Boom.
Mount him for supremacy.
Hands up.
Hands up.
Superman.
Hands up. No
Banana.
holding. No holding. Just getting mounted for supremacy here. I love
Here, watch
it.
from
you
this
got-
angle right
You
here.
know what? This is a better angle.
This is the
Let's-
best. If you can get a slab of ribs like this, and it's even as he's kind of jumping, boom.
Slab of ribs
Oh,
like
that's such a
this.
great feeling.
Sometimes they make a weird noise, and it's a little empowering. I'm
Hold
not
on.
gonna lie.
Can we go? Hold on, can we go back a little bit? I want to watch what these safeties in the back of the end zone are doing.
These two guys.
These two
playing
guys,
hopscotch?
these two guys back here trying to high five each other at the goalpost, right? They kind of just lose. This is Cortland Sutton running across here, right? 22. They got him viced, and then he's like,
You
"You,
take him,
got
you
him,
take him, you
you
take
got him," and then he's like, "No, you got him." And then they both just stand there and they actually run the opposite ways.
Hey!
Oh, there he is, right? That's just two safeties being really stupid.
That's
I
all right.
hate
Safeties
DBs.
being safeties.
Dave,
Back of the
DBs
end
are
zones.
dumb.
Appreciate you,
DBs
bro.
are
Thank you.
dumb.
You go. No, you go.
All right, so now
No, you go.
Broncos trying to close this thing out. Chiefs facing, I don't know what this is like is this like a third? This is a third and 17 here. Third and
Real,
17.
real winning down in distance.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Draw here, boys.
I'm curious to know what you're supposed to do as an offensive lineman here on the left side when, well, you'll see.
Double sort.
Oh, where do we go? Oh no!
Yeah, this is
help
such
him
a
up at least, I guess.
bad feeling for Donovan Smith here.
It is.
There's not much more you can do here. Right, so you're in a double sort principle here. Go back. We'll start from the top. Oh god,
it just doesn't look good from this angle. I'm going to be honest.
Right
yeah,
into
so you're in a double sort principle here from the top, right? So you're saying, okay, we're going to sort. We're going to sort to the left here. So the center's got 99. 62 is going to be reading 0 out to 56. You got the right side, Trey Hendricks here, or is going to read 49 to then helping out to 42. Right, so go back. They muddle it up, and you're in the middle. They push him all the way by, right? You got to think, okay, where's the ball? What do we talk about the spot being, right, Mackie? Ball's got it. Back foot's got to hit at 9.
Yeah,
he's got to step up to 7, right? So he gets back here. Back foot hits at 9. Boom. He's got to climb the pocket here, right? He's got to climb the pocket. So he climbs it initially, but then he does the cardinal sin.
He's still at the 10-yard mark.
He does the cardinal sin and tries to escape out the back of the pocket. And at 79, there's nothing you can do here, buddy. But try and just get out of the way. Like he sets like a basketball screen. Right? He's sitting up there
stand
like
here and get as narrow as possible.
Pick and roll.
Just get skinny.
I'm 6'9", 330 pounds. Can't you get around me?
Suck it
I
in.
don't know. I think when he runs into the right tackle, it kind of messes him up.
Look at him. He's trying to get skinny here.
It's like, you need a shoulder to cry on? You can cry on mine. I love you, buddy. It's okay.
He won't
Puts
hurt
his
you.
little legs together.
He won't hurt you.
Oh,
the best is the way Mahomes just lays on the ground too. He's just like, he puts his head back. If you go to the other, I think if you look at the wide copy of it, watch the way he just lays on the ground at the end of it. Like he just he sits there and then they zoom in and he just throws his head back. Like, damn it! He puts his head on his hands. Like, oh,
did I just really lose to the Broncos?
Did I really just run into my own left
That's
tackle?
gonna wind up on YouTube somewhere. I know. Yep, here it is. Sorry.
Old Macadac's gonna find that.
He is. All right, we'll give you one more here as the Broncos are looking to close this thing out.
Pay attention, motherfucker.
The last gasp. This is the very next play, by the way. The last gasp.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Smoked, right?
Heave-ho. To be fair, they could have called DPI on this. Like there was some handsy stuff going on over there.
But they didn't.
Right.
And the
So
Broncos
also
won, so
Cardinal
let's
Sin
go.
getting split between the right guard and the center here. That cannot happen. You're sliding to this guy. Like you're sliding to this guy. 99.
Allen, I think.
Yeah. If you're sliding to him, there's no way ever
Love you
in a
too,
million
though,
years
bro.
you
Thanks
should
for
get
joining the
split.
stream.
Right? They're
Right
going
here,
here.
right here.
Yeah,
This
between
guy right here.
55 and
Make sure you hit
52.
that, like button.
Like 62,
Maybe,
79, you're locked on man
subscribe,
on
'cause I
man,
haven't
make
seen
your
you
money.
before, so I don't know
Like
if you're
right
subscribed to my
here,
channel or not,
to
but
get split like
let's,
that,
let's find another
that's
one, dude.
bad,
But that's
right?
That's funny, dude. That's great. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Come on, I don't really care to watch the highlights. I've already seen them. I've already seen the highlights, so let's put in here Broncos. What time is it? See, it's only 8:34. Oi, what's up? That's hilarious, though. That really that made me laugh my ass off. Why do I vape? Okay, let's tell you guys a story about my my vaping career. Okay. All right. So basically, I used to smoke cigarettes when I was young, and I used to smoke cigarettes a lot. I actually started smoking cigarettes when I was 9. So being at such a young age, starting smoking, basically I was around my mom and her friends, and she was smoking at that age when when I was young, and I was basically being influenced by it to smoke. But then again, it's not really her fault. It's my fault for falling victim to wanting to be cool, be hip. So I started smoking at a really young age, and yeah, that's 14-year-old. I mean, yeah, I'd take that shit away from him. It's really bad for their lungs, especially at that young age. But all I can say is it's better than smoking weed. So that's my next part of what I'm gonna talk about. But anyways, don't let your boy smoke weed at that young age. Make sure if he's gonna smoke, he doesn't smoke till he's about like 22, 23, 24. Because if you smoke at a young age, it really stunts your brain growth. There's like I forget what part of the brain. I think it's like the cerebral. But anyways, front lobe. So when you smoke a bunch of weed at a young age, it deteriorates your front lobe, and you can't really grow very much because of it. Like 22, bro, 23, up there, and like when he's older, if he starts smoking when he's 17, it'll fuck with his front lobe and it'll make him stupid. I'm just gonna tell you that right now from my experience. It completely made me it made me a dumbass. It made me very ignorant. It made me less intelligent. So basically, I started smoking cigarettes, and then like 2 or 3 years later, I started smoking weed. Well, for the past I'm gonna say almost 3 years ago, for the past 12 years, like 12 years, 13 years straight, I was smoking weed and I was smoking cigarettes. Well, I went on fire camp, and what that causes. Yes, bro. So basically, if you start smoking when you're so say your 14-year-old starts smoking weed today when he's 14. If he keeps smoking and he keeps on keeping that habit with him and he keeps smoking for the rest of his life, his front lobe is never gonna have time to actually grow to what it needs to be, because the male brain is a lot more different than the female brain. The female brain like matures at about age like 20. So and then it takes another 4 or 5 years for the male brain to actually mature as far as it needs to go. But anyways, if he starts smoking at that young age, he's going to be very stupid for the rest of his life. And that's nothing against your boy or anything. Yes, it is. It's way better without nicotine. Nicotine, it doesn't really mess with your brain at all, except for it messes with your lungs, and technically you can get brain cancer from smoking cigarettes. You can get brain cancer, lung cancer, throat cancer, stomach cancer, liver cancer, all these different things. You can get that just from smoking cigarettes or vaping. But anyways, I'll get to the point where I'm trying to make. I was smoking weed for so long. When I was a kid, I just stopped smoking weed about 2.5 years ago. I have a whole fuck ton of memories. Not only that, like memories, like brain power from stopping smoking weed. But my thing is it's like a habit thing now. It's like I have to smoke, because if I don't, then I'm going to start smoking weed again. It's still like a want for me. It's like a thing where I want to smoke weed all the time still. But having that brain power to say no and tell myself no, and being at home with my fiance, where her grandmother owns the home, but we're buying it from her, and she doesn't like drugs in the house at all. Um, yeah, that's the thing, bro. Is so basically, I was kind of forced to stop smoking weed when I moved here, because I was out on fire camp out here in Glenville, California, and then I came out here to Bakersfield just to kind of hang out or whatever, and just meet new people, and so I got on a dating site, right? Because I was out in Bakersfield for about 3 weeks, and not like Bakersfield, but Glenville, because I was out on fire camp helping out the firefighters and everything. I used to be a first responder. I used to feed them, and I used to just do all the freight stuff with all the food, and just like wake up every single morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. We only run off like 4 hours of sleep. We'd work for like 16 hours a day. It was really good money. But anyways, I came out here to Bakersfield just to hang out and all that shit. And the first person I met on the dating site is now my fiance. We've been together for over 2 years. We're getting married next year on October 19th. So it's actually like kind of like a Cinderella story. Anyways, I came out here, and I gave up smoking weed because she has a really bad addiction to it. And whenever I smoke, she wants to smoke. And I don't like hiding shit from my fiance. And so I took the power of myself. I took it back. And yes, I'm American. I live in California, Bakersfield, California. I lived in Oregon for most of my life, Roseburg, Oregon. But after I met her and after I went on fire camp and all that shit, everything changed. I left the nest. I moved out of my grandparents' house. I took everything. I came down here, and now we have a beautiful home. We have a lot more stuff because I'm here, and we get to just prosper and start doing very well with our life and everything. Start preparing for the future. There's just a lot of stuff that goes with it. But anyways, if I would have kicked the weed, then I kept smoking. It was either I quit smoking weed and I have a life here with her, or I continue to smoke weed. I lose my fiance. I lose everything. Not everything. I take all my shit with me, but I wouldn't have a house. I wouldn't have a roof over my head. I'd have to move back to Oregon and go live with my grandparents again because I wouldn't have anywhere else to go. And I'm not the one that's going to sit there and be homeless in my car and look for a place down here in Bakersfield. I would just transfer from the job that I have right now. I'd transfer it up there to Oregon, start working at the Albertsons there in Oregon. and just live my life there. But anyways, yeah, I quit it. I knocked it out of my life, and that's my thing now is that I feel like I have to vape, and that's the only thing I do now. I vape and I drink beer. I quit everything else. I used to drop acid. I never did. So the only drugs I never did was like meth, fentanyl, heroin, all that shit that can kill you. All those really bad drugs that people tell you to stay away from, and everyone says you're gonna fuck your life up. You're gonna go crazy if you touch that shit. I never touched it. So thank God I never touched that shit because honestly, my brother did. My brother has a very bad fentanyl and meth addiction. He's on the streets right now in Roseburg, Oregon, fucking being a bum, living in the Thule bushes, won't get over his habit, and he graduated high school. He could literally live inside of my grandparents' house, and when my grandparents die, he could inherit it from them. So I don't understand his logic, but then again, he has mental problems just like my mom, and my mom basically she got hit by a semi when I was young. She fell off a rocker, took a bunch of medication, and then one day when I was 15, she lost it all. Like she lost her mind and everything, and fucking I got taken away from my mom. My brother got taken away when he was 12 because he tried to literally tried to kill me. He tried to stab me, and basically like dead ass tried to kill me, stabbed a knife through the door and everything, and I had to fucking come out. I came out of the bathroom, I took that knife away from him, and I fucking held him down, and I told him to stop. But it was too late. He had done that already, and basically it was like his last strike. If he did it again, then he had to go, and he ended up moving to California with my aunt. Anyways, that's a story for another day. But basically, yeah, she lost her mind, and basically, there's a gene inside of my family that if you keep doing drugs and all that, and the harder you do drugs, it's just a matter of time before you get really fucking schizophrenic. You lose your mind and you lose your dignity. So I took that as a very serious thing, and my brother with the traumatic experiences that he's went through, he thought that doing those hard drugs would help him cope and make him feel better. But in reality, it made him just as crazy as my mom is today. My mom can't leave her house without help. If she walks down the street and takes a right and goes down the corner, she's lost. She doesn't know where she is. She has to be driven everywhere for her medical appointments. She has to have people that help her head because she can't do it by herself. She finally got off the streets. She was on the streets for 2 weeks, not 2 weeks. She was on the streets for 2 years, guys. Like literally, my mom was on the streets for 2 years down there in LA, and she finally like got clean, got off the shit that she was doing, and she finally was able to find a Section 8 house homing, and she's been living in the same apartment for the past 8 years. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a studio apartment. It's infested with cockroaches. It is not pretty, bro. It's not the life that she's living is definitely not the life that I want for her. And that's one of the main reasons I'm doing this on YouTube. It's a hobby for now, but if I do make it and I do, start making a lot of money from it and get monetized, and I'm starting to make a lot of money from it. I'm gonna have a fish business. I want to have a ranch. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of goals in the future that I really want to accomplish. So I get on here every day and I stream for you guys and I stream for myself because it makes it's like a therapeutic thing for me getting on this stream and being able to talk to people and being able to open up about certain things in my life that I keep inside of my chest that I don't really tell anybody. So it's really hard for me to actually tell you guys all this shit because it's actually like very deep. But I feel like with you guys coming in here and being in my chat, you guys are my family. It's not just a subscription to me. You guys don't understand. It's not just a subscription to me. When you guys come inside of my stream and you guys like my streams and you subscribe to my channel and you come inside my channel, you help out with my algorithm and my watch time and you help me get monetized, you guys become my family. So I want you guys to know that I love each and every single one of you guys that comes in here. I've been through a lot in my life, but it doesn't really matter. It's not a scapegoat to say, "Oh yeah, poor me," because it's not. It's not that at all. It's like I've been through a lot, and so has my family. But I'm gonna keep on pushing and keep on striving for greatness because I want to get my mom. I want to get her out of that house. I want her up in a fucking mansion. I want her in a nice ass house. I want my brother off the streets. I want my brother clean. I want to put my brother in a program and make sure that he prospers in life. But for now. I work a 9 to 5, 9 to 6 job. I do what I gotta do, and I do whatever I can to be able to be successful because I want to be successful in my life. It's not Yeah, I do. I consider every single one of you guys family. Like all you guys that come up in here. You guys are fucking awesome. I love it. I love you guys coming in here. Bro coming in here this morning saying, "Oi, you stupid bitch, man. Pay attention to me." That shit, dude, that makes me laugh, bro. It's not I don't take that to heart cuz I know that I'm lousy sometimes and I'm watching the video and then I look over and it's kind of like I don't really pay attention to the comments that much when I'm deep into a video and I'm watching it and I'm concentrating. So when I do look over and I see that shit just makes me laugh, bro. That's funny as fuck. But anyways, my mom's lost her mind, so she's basically gone. She's not dead, but she's gone. It's like it's not the same. Having your mother that you have when you're a kid and having her completely sane, living with her and learning from her and having her raise you to what she is now, to where she can't even fucking leave the house without getting lost. I have to. It's not her anymore driving me around. It's me going down there and driving her around, taking her to do the stuff that she needs to do, and that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. That means that I've grown into a man. And my brother is he's still a little kid at heart, and that's why he's doing this shit is because he can't get over his past. He can't get past it. And that's the thing about me is that I have gotten past it and I have grown from it. But I wish the best for him. I wish the best for my mom. I wish my mom wasn't crazy, but that is what it is. Both my mom and my brother, they're both schizophrenic as fuck. And that's just the gene that is inside of my family. And so I have been terrified to touch those drugs and all that shit because of that, because I don't want to turn into that. I don't want to be that guy that's on the road, walking down the road, fucking holding the sign and shit saying, "Help me, please." I don't want to be that guy. So I'm doing everything I can to not be that guy. Matter of fact, I'm trying to like further my abilities in my workplace, and I'm shooting for the skies right now. I'm trying to become the produce manager. So, it's like learning a lot of stuff as you go, and learning a lot of like pain and getting through it, because you can't just sit there and just hold it back. You can't. You can't sit there and just hold yourself back. You have to keep on you have to keep on trying to be that person that's going to further your life. And the only way to further my life is to keep on fucking going to work every single day, save up money. I've got a $17,000 wedding next year, guys. We've already saved up 5 grand. So I mean, just saying that to you guys, like a $17,000 wedding, like that's a lot of fucking money. And hopefully we're able to save up enough for the wedding. If we're in a little bit of debt, then we're in a little bit of debt. If we're making payments and stuff, we got to get a couple credit cards to pay shit off. Fine. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in debt. I've got money in my savings and I've got money in my wedding savings. I don't want to have to pull from my actual savings and be in debt because of that. So it's scary. It is. It's scary growing up. It's scary turning into a man and preparing for a wedding and having all these bills to pay. It's not easy. It's very hard. So I get the struggle too. It's just something that you have to get over, and something that you have to keep grinding, and something that you have to do in order to be able to be the man that you want to be. But yeah, that's why I drink beer and I smoke my vape, because if I wasn't drinking my beer and smoking my vape, I'd be smoking weed. And I'm trying to stay away from that shit as much as possible, because it honestly almost ruined my life. And it's not even like it ruined my life as in I'm crazy. It ruined my life as in it's fucking expensive. It's taken a lot of money away from me. I've probably spent well over 5 grand on all the fucking weed and the products that I've got and all that shit. Easily 5 grand, maybe more. So like getting out of that hole that I was in just from smoking that shit and spending all that money on that shit that I never needed, it feels very good to be able to keep myself away from that stuff. And when people come around and they're smoking weed, I have a really hard time. I have a hard time trying to stay away from it. It's very easy. I'm very easily peer pressured into smoking again. So I tell the people around me to just don't bring that shit around me, because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be near it, because I don't want to fall back into that smoking shit. We're gonna watch this video. I'm gonna turn it way down because
mobile games are going big.
I'm kind of like talking right now, so. All right, let's skip ahead though.
Maybe we get in by the skin of our teeth, like
guys.
barely.
Bet.
I don't know if playoffs are hopes. Just
talking about the playoffs.
Well, let's.
Yeah, I
know
don't know
some people
about
are
that
gonna be
just
like,
yet,
"Why
guys.
are
I
you
really
guys
don't.
talking playoffs?"
I really don't know about
because
playoffs.
The Broncos are talking playoffs, and let's hear from the Broncos. But first, I want to welcome you into the DNVR Broncos podcast. We're going a little bit early today, just 15 minutes early. So if you're joining us later, or you're listening on the podcast side, it doesn't affect things. But
10-7 is definitely
Perry,
possible,
Todd
but
Davis,
that's the
and
thing is
yours
that they have to win
truly
every
here.
single game
And
here
we've
on out.
also got some audio
The Broncos
from some
really
players.
have to win every
Let's
single
hear
game
from
here on
Zach
out.
Allen
Like,
right now. This was Monday.
They have
24
okay,
hours
so let me
after
pause this
beating
real quick. So the Broncos, they have to beat what's it called? They have to beat Buffalo next week. We got to take down who's that team we're playing after? Let me check the Broncos schedule real quick, okay? Broncos schedule, okay. First one on there. No. Let's go right here. Okay, so let's take a look at this, guys. Let's take a look at this. All right, so if we go. No, this is okay, this is preseason. Okay, game 1. Okay. So loss, win, loss, win. 3 and 5, okay? So right here, we have to beat this team right here. We have to beat the Bills. We have to beat the Vikings. We have to beat the Browns. And we have to beat the Texans. So if we do that, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would be 7 and 5 at that point. 7 and 5. Okay, so if they go on this streak right here, so they're on a 2-game winning streak right now. If they go on a 6-game winning streak, there is a possibility they're gonna make the playoffs. Okay, but if they win out, if they can beat all these teams, they will be 12 and 5 and will be either in first or second place in the AFC, going against probably Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs for the fucking AFC title. So let's be real. But that's the thing is that these are tough teams. These are not easy teams to beat. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right here. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to do a prediction real quick. Loss. They're going to lose to the Bills, I think. This is a win right here. This is going to be a loss. Probably a win right here. And I'm going to say a loss right here. Loss right here. Win. So that's all they can really afford is like 3 more losses. But then again, if they get 3 more losses, they're 9 and 8. And there's a chance they're not even going to make the wild card. So let's be real. If they can win at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they can win 7 out of 9, they're going to make the playoffs for sure. But that's the thing is they have to get these wins. If they can't get these wins, if they can't go 11 and 6 or 10 and 7, they're not making the playoffs. So that's the realistic part about it is that they have a very hard schedule, and if they don't get those wins, then it's not going to go anywhere.
The Chiefs.
But anyways, let's go ahead and keep watching this.
I believe Pat Surtain in the locker room after the game said, like, yeah, the season's alive again or something along those lines. Zach, what do you think of that? And here's what Zach had to say.
Yeah, no, I think we definitely have a chance. I mean, we're 3 and 5 right now. I mean, there's still 9 games of football left, so there's a lot of football left, and that's our expectation is to make it there. So, there's really no reason why we can't do it.
There's really no reason why we can't do it, is what Zach Allen said. It's like, okay, what is he supposed to say in that situation?
So
like, no,
9,
season's
10-ish,
dead.
that's when
it
we're
ended
gonna be
last
heading
week.
out.
Like, no shot. Of course, he's gonna say something like that. But then that kind of got the ball rolling for when we talked to Javonte Williams next, and the question to Javonte was phrased as like, Zach Allen said, "There's no reason why you guys can't make the playoffs. That's the expectation for this team now. What do you think?" And Javonte took it 15 steps further, maybe? Let's hear what Javonte had to say here.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like as long as defense do their job, offense do their job, we got Marvin Mims back there on special teams. So I feel like everybody doing their job, and I feel like the playoffs, that's just the bare minimum, though. We trying to make a Super Bowl run.
All right, that's crazy. now I'm on Todd's train. Like, that is crazy. I like it, though. I like the confidence.
Oh, I love the confidence. That was something he didn't have to say. So that's not
Too
like
much.
just like, oh, well, he said that because what else is he supposed to say? That's Javonte going out on a limb there and saying that.
Yeah, I think he's, shooting for the moon and hoping to, aim among the stars or land among the stars. I think people underestimate how hard it is to actually get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, I think even the first time we won it, we were good for so long and so many years and breaking records and ups and downs and have a bye and then lose the first round of the playoffs. Like, there's a lot that it takes to get actually to Super Bowl. But I mean, that's his goal. I think that should be every NFL team's goal and every player's goal. But it's hard to get there, man.
Okay, I just want to point out
Yeah, it is.
that the confidence that a win over the Chiefs gives a team, a specific guy like Javonte Williams, cannot be understated. Given the fact that if you would have asked him that exact same question after that win over the Bears, the win over the Packers, he's not mentioning the word Super Bowl in that at all. But when you beat the defending Super Bowl champions, all of a sudden, I mean, these guys are riding high right now. And I don't know, they might be able to ride that.
Yeah, and Alexis, to your point, the defending Super Bowl champions is who you beat. You beat the number 1 seed in the AFC. I believe they're still the number 1 seed in the AFC. And actually, their game in Germany against the Dolphins this week decides who that number 1 seed is as of right now. So the Chiefs are great right now. They've been great. They've had that success. So, and I kind of said it, if you can beat the Chiefs, who can't you beat?
Right.
Maybe you make a case for the Eagles
they
because
have
they're
to beat
just so
the Bills.
dominant. But you don't have
If
to
they
worry
beat
about
the Bills,
Eagles,
the momentum of beating
49ers,
the Chiefs, then
any
the
team
Bills
in the
back
NFC
to
until
back,
the Super Bowl.
that's going to be
so
a really
I totally
good
understand
push
just
factor
how
for
that
them. Like, but they
confidence
have to do it.
is
Like literally,
so
they have to beat the
contagious,
Bills.
and clearly,
And the good thing is they have a bye week, so everyone's going to be healthy.
I think that's what you
There's
need,
a couple people on
especially
IR,
when
but
the season
honestly,
was dead.
there's going to be a lot of healthy people
weeks,
coming
and
off
this team
that
was
bye
just
week.
so
So
beat down.
hopefully
Yeah,
they'll be able to
this game is all
ride
about
that and
your,
take that into the
mental
Bills.
space.
I think it's the
And if you feel like you
the
can go in there
14th
and
or
beat
something like
people,
that?
I think
15th.
you have a better chance of winning games.
But
And
yeah,
so
they have to
them
beat the
feeling
Bills.
Like, you know,
That
they
is
can
one
make
thing
the
they have
Super
to do.
Bowl.
They have to beat
Who
the
knows,
Bills.
man? Maybe they go out and do some good things to put themselves in a position to maybe make the playoffs.
So Todd, I want to
I
go
might
back
just
to
take the
something you
Broncos
said
defense
just
for
a
my
few
next
minutes ago.
matchup on fantasy.
You said
I'm
people don't
thinking about
understand
it.
how hard it is.
I
to win
really
the
am.
Super
I'm
Bowl. You
thinking
made
about
the
it.
Super Bowl. And won the Super Bowl. Your second season in the league. I've heard a lot of guys who were on that team or on other teams, especially when they were young in their career, make a Super Bowl. And they said, like, at that time I had no idea how difficult it was to make a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I had Peyton Manning. I had all these guys around me. I just thought some people take it for granted.
Yeah.
Did you, one, take it for granted? Or in a different way of looking at it, did you think, like, I'm going to be back here at some point in my career?
Definitely take it for granted. I was like, this year 2, I'll play for 10. That means I go to 5 Super Bowls. This is going to be easy, man. Definitely took it for granted and didn't understand how much work was put into building that team even before I got there. It takes a long time, man. Even the Chiefs have been good for a few years before they won their first one. They had to lose. They had to lose in the playoffs. So it takes a lot of time and years to put together the right team. And then you need a little bit of luck. Like, you need some things just to go your way that, you know, you aren't really expecting. So it's a long road to really make the Super Bowl. It is.
We're going to stream for about 12 more minutes. I'm going to be out of here by like 9:10
like,
because I got to go clock in at like 9:35.
And I
That's
think
when
a
I'm
lot of
clocking
people
in,
are
'cause
would have
me
thought
and
that,
I'm
Alexis,
paused
like
real
you said.
quick. So I've been doing some opening shifts in produce recently. So like just like 3 weeks ago, I was still doing Doug, and basically what Doug is Drive Up and Go, and it's online shopping. So I was the online shopping manager, and recently my assistant store director came to me and he said, I want you in produce. How do you feel about going to produce and possibly taking the management position? Because I don't like the person that's in there thinking that she's getting the manager when she doesn't do shit. She's like basically like she does what she wants and then she's gone. And she does it a lot, like every single day. She's kind of got comfortable with it. She's in her habits, and that's just kind of how it is, you know. But we gotta wait, you know. I gotta be patient because I don't know who's gonna get that position. He already talked to her and told her he doesn't know who's gonna get that position. And the actual produce manager just went out like I'm gonna say like almost 2 weeks ago. He's been out for almost 2 weeks, but he tore his rotator cuff on his right arm, and then he tore his left one, and his arms look like this. It's really like it's gross. But anyways, that dude was telling that girl for the whole last time, oh yeah, you're gonna be the produce manager. You're gonna be the produce manager. And like 6 months ago, I had went over there when he had offered the position to me. He said, "Do you want to be my second?" And I said, "Yeah, let me talk to Carissa and get over here." Now Carissa's the old manager that we used to have, and she took about 2 weeks to get me in produce. And by the time I got into produce, he was already training the other chick. And I had asked him. I said, "I thought I'm supposed to be the produce manager." oh no, you're gonna be my closer. Nah, fuck you, dude. That's not what I want. And so basically, I went and complained to Carissa. I said, look, if I'm not the second, get me out of produce. I don't want to be in produce because that's not fair to me. You're not gonna make me the closer. You're not gonna make me do backbreaking fucking work every single day. And then so I got back into Doug, right? Well, after I get back into Doug, um, about like 5.5, 6 months later, Carissa goes like after like a month or two, she's gone. She's at a different store now. We have a different store director, and our store director that's there right now has been having some personal problems. I'm not going to talk about in the stream, but basically he's been out of work for like over a month now, and it's been our assistant that's been directing the store. Anyways, the assistant took me out of Doug and put me into produce and said, do your best because I want you to be the manager and I'm gonna vouch for you when it's time. So I'm over there in produce right now, and basically she's doing the order today or tomorrow because basically there's like inventory or something. So she switched days with me. So I'm doing a closing shift today, and so I'm gonna be getting in there about an hour and a half early, and I'm leaving at 5:30. I'm not staying any later. I'm not gonna stay until 7 because if I stay until 7, that means that I don't have any time with my wife. I have to go to bed at fucking like 8:30 or 9 o'clock tonight. So I'm leaving at like 5:25, 5:30 ish because I want to be able to get home and have time to myself if I have to open tomorrow when I'm supposed to be off. So that's what that whole thing is. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not going in and working 11 to 7. It's not happening. Um, and I have the bookkeeper there. She's a fucking bitch. I fucking hate her. I hate her so much. She literally, so she's been trying to cut my hours for the recent like, I'm gonna say like ever since she's like came there, she's been trying to cut my hours. And so when I got into produce, this bitch tried to like this week she tried to cut my hours down to 32, and my assistant told her no, don't let it happen again. Why does this other dude have more hours than Peyton does? He doesn't get shit done. So he went off on her and like told me, he said, just come to me every single day next week, and I'll tell you if you can stay your full 8. So that's what's going on with that. And I'm watching a Broncos podcast. Oh, right now I'm talking about basically I'm talking about my work life, and I'm trying to get the produce manager position right now. And I was just telling you guys about basically the situation I've been in, and I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to say any names in the stream and have people come in the stream and start like like people that I work with and start talking shit to me at work. They don't, not a whole lot of them know that I stream, and they don't really know my YouTube channel. So thank God for that. But anyways, yeah, dude, it's just basically I'm trying to take the next step, and there's people that are trying to hold me back and give me less money than I deserve when I bust my ass for the company. And that's just how it is where you work, where I work at. It's like they're trying to keep me part time and trying to give me minimum benefits, and I'm not letting it slide. And I'm basically putting my foot in the ground and making sure that I get my hours. So that's all I'm talking about. But yeah, dude, yeah, it's yeah. So it's a really long story, but yes, like basically I want the produce manager position, and if I don't get it, I'm going to I already have another job lined up that really wants me. And the dude that I was talking to, he's actually one of the board directors. He's a manager over there, and he would have a say on if I get the job or if I don't get the job, and he said he would vouch for me. So I'm pretty sure I have another job lined up. It's a really good job too. It's basically it's with Kern County because I'm from Bakersfield. It's a Kern County job, and it's sign making, and it's painting all the roads and doing all like the stop and like like the stop lights that have like the white lines and everything, the stop signs, the yield signs, all of the signs around all around Bakersfield. That's what the job is. So it's like a really good job. It pays. I think you start at 19 an hour, and you have four 10-hour days. So it's 40 hours a week, and then it's overtime. If they need you, they call you. It's overtime. So it's like really good fucking money. So if I don't end up getting this position, then I'm gonna be applying for that job. And even if I don't know if I have the position or not, I'm still probably gonna apply for the job. And if I get the job, I'm probably just gonna leave because I don't. this job that I'm talking about, it's a union job, just like the job that I already have, but it's way better benefits. I get full benefits right away, full time, and basically it's just like everything that I could ever dream for, and I could retire by the time I'm 50, and we could move back to Oregon and go and get our ranch started, and get my fish business started. My fish store, fish store slash pet store is really what I really want. And my dad's a contractor, so if I do end up doing that, I'm moving back to Oregon so he can come and help me build my house, and so he can come and help me build my shop. So yeah, there's just a lot of time in between that. So hopefully we're able to do that, because that's something that I really want to do with my life. But we're gonna listen to a couple more minutes of this, and then I gotta get going. I've got about like 5 more minutes, so I'm gonna listen to a little bit more of this podcast, and I'm heading out.
Right now.
And you just beat the Bears.
Yeah,
like,
after the Packers win, everyone watched and saw
Do I know
how
Rick
bad
Roll?
the Packers were.
No, I do not.
But now I think
Who's
there's
that?
some people that are still rolling their
Is that a
eyes
YouTuber?
or having a big smile on their
Is that like a
face.
YouTuber or something? I don't. No, I don't, bro. This guy right here. I don't know, man. Was it this right here? Is this what you're talking about, bro? Yeah, I don't. I've never seen this. The fuck, dude? That's awesome.
I think there's just enough gaps within the roster that this is just not a Super Bowl team right now. But could they be a wild card team? Why not us?
Possibly.
There we go. There we go. And Todd, I want to see. I want to know what you think.
Yeah,
they have to
that
do.
exactly.
What do the
They
Broncos
have
have
to
to
beat the
do
Bills, that's all I'm
in the
saying.
next 2 weeks?
Do you
in
know
the
Rick
next
Roll?
5
And it's like
At what point do you get bought in? And I want to know that after I tell you about our friends over at
Never gonna
Red
give
Hawk
you
Roofing.
up.
They're
I
Denver's
love that
best
song, dude.
roofers, and they've been part of DNVR's family for a long time, which means you can trust them and you can support part of our local community.
No.
There already. They have 3 different levels. Biggestpay.com.
And these shoes.
true.
Can you just lift your little foot for us? Just a little
Oh
bit?
my
Sounds
God.
like you gotta pay for feet
He
pics.
sounds like a damn goat, dude.
So savvy,
His
baby.
laugh is like a damn billy goat.
Dope.
They are dope. So Todd, what has to happen for the Broncos to hook you on thinking like, okay, this could be a playoff team?
I think 2 things. The defense has to continue to play dominant. And I think the offense has to
Messi
do
or
a little better
Ronaldo?
job throwing the football. I don't think you
I
win
think
the
I'd have
Super
to go with
Bowl
Ronaldo, bro.
At this point in the NFL.
I think I
maybe
would
in
have to go with Ronaldo.
1950, just simply running the ball. I think we did a good job having 2 throwing touchdowns last week, but I don't think 100.
I gotta drum with their live streams and their live and do that, dude. I gotta go put it in the chat.
If you play like that against the Chiefs, what's going to happen is what happened game 1 against the Chiefs, where the defense played fantastic.
Yeah, we need to go on a
against the
win
Chiefs
streak,
in the first
guys.
game. They
Like, we
only
have
allowed 1
to.
touchdown,
If the Broncos can
and
go on a
19
7-game win
points,
streak, bro,
but you only put up 8
they'd
points
be
because you
they'd be
threw
10
the
and
ball
5.
for 95
So I
yards.
mean,
So you're 100% right. They have to be
it's
more
possible.
well-rounded.
I mean,
Something
it's
that I really pushed
very
back
long road from
on
here,
Henry
but it's
yesterday
possible,
was
right?
if you continue this formula of relying on the ground game
Yeah, definitely.
this
I like
much, your
Christian
margin for
Ronaldo.
error is so
He's a good
slim.
guy
Which they
too.
tried to play this game.
He's
this
a
type of
really
game
good
against
guy
the Raiders
too.
week 1.
Like,
The
that dude is
Raiders,
awesome.
who by the way, see you, Josh. You're out. They just fired their head coach and their general manager. They are in such disarray. The Raiders beat you 7.
Okay, guys. So I do have to get going, but I got one more thing to say before I get out of here. I'm gonna be home at about like 5:40ish, and we're probably gonna. If you guys see this TV behind me, there's a little. You can't see it. Right there, that little thing right there. It's my PS4. So we're probably gonna play some. What's it called? Dude, he supports everything. Ronaldo's definitely. He's a good guy. But yeah. So we're gonna probably play some PS4. I might play some DayZ. I might play some Apex. What, for like soccer? I think Israel has a decent soccer team, but they're also in crisis right now. I know that there's like shit going on around the world right now that's not good, like war stuff. But prayers up to all those people. Just bless everybody that has to go through that shit. Hopefully nothing bad happens to them and they can get out of the struggles that they're having to deal with. But anyways, guys, I do got to get going. I'm gonna be playing some PS4 when I get home for like probably like 30 minutes to an hour because my wife's gonna be home shortly. Politics. I mean, dude, I'm American, so I mean, I'd have to say I support both of them. My thing is that I support everyone around us. I support all of the stuff. Until like say like they have some type of ruler that's like kind of like wants to take everything for himself, like Hitler or like Kim Jong Un. I don't really fuck with Germany or North Korea, to be honest with you, just because of the stuff that's happened in history. So hopefully that stuff doesn't happen anymore, and we don't have to deal with people like that anymore. Because ever since World War II, Germany's been fine. It's just like it's typical rulers for me. It's not the country. It's the person that's ruling the country for me. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of shit going on in the world right now that we're definitely blessed not to have to deal with if you live here in America. I don't know if you guys are from America or if you guys are from different countries. If you guys are, thank you for joining the stream. Call said oi, so I'm thinking that call just might be from like Britain or somewhere over there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking is that you might be from like a place in Great Britain, because it seems like that if someone like says that it's like a slang term for them and it's something that sticks with them. It's not racism towards you or anything. If you just use that, that's completely fine. If you just use that and you're from America, that's fine. But I've got a feeling that you just might be from a different country than North America, which is completely fine. I love people from all around the world coming inside the stream and hanging out and whatnot. It's awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, a lot of war crises, and it's just like all it's doing is just polluting the earth. I'm not really too much of a conspiracy theorist, but with all this global warming and everything going on around in the world, I really do feel like part of North America, Canada, any land source that is out there, there's gonna be a lot of water coming in from this global warming, and a lot of states and a lot of places that we once knew are gonna be underwater, and we got to prepare for that because it's gonna be happening. You're from India? That's awesome, bro. Awesome, dude. That's great. Um, but yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on around in the world that's causing all this global warming. England and India, that's awesome, guys. Thank you guys for joining, bro. You have no idea how much I love that you guys are from different countries coming inside the stream and hanging out with me. That's amazing to me. Like honestly, it's great. If you guys have friends and whatnot that watch streams and all that shit, have them watch the stream with you. If they have a phone, if they're able to, come in on their own, they can do that too. I welcome anybody. That's my thing is that I welcome anybody to come into the stream. I want all of you guys to come into the stream and show the love and come and hang out because that's my thing is that I love being global. Like I'm not technically global to the point where I have like a bunch of people and all that shit. I have a million subscribers. Hopefully I will one day. But right now I am a bit like, global but to a certain extent, you know? But yeah, we got to go ahead and end this stream, guys. It's already 9:14, so I do have to get going. I got to get going to work. I will be putting a stream up tonight. So I'm not sure if it's late for you guys right now. I think it is. You guys are definitely ahead in time. I'm pretty sure you guys are ahead by like 8, 9, or 13 hours. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it's bedtime soon, right? You guys are probably going to be going to sleep soon, right? So if you guys if you guys go to sleep and everything and you wake up in the morning and you see me live, because I will be live at about like 5:30 or 6 my time. So it's 9:15 a.m. right now here. So I'll be home in about 8 hours. So if you guys are going to sleep soon and you wake up and all that stuff and you guys want to join the stream, please do. You guys are welcome in here anytime you want. You guys are family to me. Thank you for joining the stream, though. Currently, it's 10 o'clock p.m. for you. Okay, so yeah, you guys are going to sleep soon. So yeah, get your sleep, get your 8 hours, and by the time you guys wake up, I'll be live again, right? So yeah, come on in and come hang out. 3 a.m. for you. Yeah, you can go to bed, bro. Go to bed. Come join the stream when you wake up, bro. Come join the stream, bro. If you only sleep for like 6 or 7 hours and you're up by like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., I'll be on around then. That's when I'm gonna be on. It's probably like 11 a.m., 12 p.m. your time. And then call if you wake up and you're up by like 6 o'clock in the morning. Because if it's 10 over there right now, then yeah, about like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. That's when I'll be live for you. So pay attention to the time zones. If you guys, if you're in there, you're in there. If you guys are sleeping, that's completely fine too. Do whatever suits you guys. I don't want you guys to lose sleep over wanting to come and join the stream. So make sure you guys get your sleep. Have a good night. Thank you for joining. We're gonna head on out. So here in 8 hours, I'll be live streaming again. So if you guys